it's interesting because, you know, you've always been somebody through your music who's communicated an array of things. And sometimes I wonder, when you write music, do you ever have to explain it to people? Like, do you have to go, Carrie, you know, I wrote this one song, or do you ever have to have those conversations?
I don't really explain it to him. I don't think he's actually listening. I don't think he's heard a single word I've said in 16 years. I kind of wish he did pay more attention to the lyrics.
I'm sure he does.
I don't think so. Although we were broken up and he came to do the So What video. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want him to know I was calling him a tool because I thought maybe he'd leave. So I was like, so Dave Meyers did the video with me. And I was like, Dave, play line 3, then skip to line 5. Definitely do not play line 10. He's like, you want to do this piecemeal? I was like, we have to, because he can't know all these names I'm calling him. So that was one time I thought he might be paying attention. I think he's flattered. But yeah, so Misunderstood, I did. And I wrote all these, like, all my preteen angst came out, and just all the pain that had been living inside of me. And then every interview I had to explain myself more and more and more, and it started to be just overwhelming. It was like 2 hours of therapy every day. It was just too much.
Was it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you get? I mean, your relationship to me is something that's amazing because you've always been honest and raw about it. And I'm wondering, when you go through that with somebody, you go through thick and thin, you know, and you land on the other side, what does that mean for the...
There is no other side. You don't land. You never land. It's just a new day.
Just a toss and turn.
There's no destination. There's just smooth waters and not smooth waters. But that's what's great about it. I have a lot of friends that jump from relationship to relationship because they love the butterflies and they want to be courted and they want it to be new. And I understand that. I get that. Nothing feels better than getting to falling in love with somebody for the first time and getting to know their body and just the whole thing. But for me, I'm a creature of habit. I love looking at my history in the face of him. Mm-hmm. And when he says, remember that one time? And it's like a 12-year ago memory. Mm-hmm. I love that. Mm-hmm. That's what makes it worth it to me.
You say...
Plus, going on a date right now would be terrible. Imagine. Tell me about yourself.
I know.
Google.
Especially with the dating apps. Believe me, you don't want to be out there. Thank God I'm in a relationship now, too. In Barbies, you said you turn into someone you swore you would never be.
Yeah.
That lyric really stuck out to me because I think that has to happen. How so, and who's that person? Because
I used to be so wild and just carefree and just no mortality, just balls to the wall. And now I lock my doors and I worry and I parent very responsibly. And sometimes I'm like, who are you? So I've just become a lot more responsible than I would have liked. Yeah.
Does that come from being a parent? Is that
I think it comes from caring about your life and having things you don't want to lose. So yeah, being a parent is a huge part of that. I think it's also just, how many tables can you dance on and how many times can you get arrested?
Where they keep you for good, you're like, I'm never getting out. Sorry, Mom. So did you write this album while you were pregnant? I'm guessing.
Some of it. Yeah, some of it.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. What's that like?
Very sober.
A much different experience.
I remember it. Yeah. No, it's all the feels. Yeah. There's so many feelings when you're pregnant. So it's actually really easy to write a song. I wrote Perfect when I was pregnant.
Really?
And Raise Your Glass when I was pregnant with Willow. Mm-hmm. And this time, your voice changes a little bit too. I think
really?
My voice got clearer. I recorded You Get My Love when I was pregnant, and I think
it's a great song.
I'll probably never sing that way again. It's probably the best vocal I've ever done in my life.
Sounds incredible.
It may be all down to Jameson. There wasn't much room, so it all just had to come out.
How did the song with Eminem come about?
I love Eminem. I always have. Yeah. I think he's a lyrical genius, and I wrote him an email and professed my love to him, as I always do.
Really?
Yeah.
Classic.
I love you. I've always loved you. I love that you work with the same people. over and over again. And like Rihanna, she's hotter than me, but I'm funnier. So you have to do a song with me. And he just wrote back, okay.
That's it.
I was like, all right,
And,
here you go.
And what about the butterflies when you go to work with someone that you've been wanting to work with?
I've done like, this is our 4th song together with Eminem.
What other ones?
I did Won't Back Down on my record, and then, or was that on his record? I don't remember.
Yeah.
And then, was that his record? And then what was the one on mine?
I didn't know you ever did
My
that.
last record he was on. Here Comes the Weekend. Thank
I
you.
missed that.
So maybe it's our 3rd song.
Wow. So now it's familiar territory for you.
I just love him.
Yeah?
I just love him.
Is he as impressive in the studio as he is on?
We've never been in the studio together.
He sends them to you,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you're waiting for the
Oh
surprise
yeah,
of the verse?
it's so much fun.
That's even better.
Yeah.